Welcome back to the Bearded Hermit. In this week's video, I'm cutting the ends of the post to put up the first A-frame truss. I make a platform and install the ladder in the root cellar. And I install the second A-frame truss. I start here by cutting the south post for the first A-frame truss. Sometimes I have trouble cutting the angle with the chainsaw, and I need to touch up the cuts. But with each post, I'm getting more and more practice. These homemade speed squares I made are working out great. They save me so much time and effort. I can make all my angles and straight lines. And here, this scrap piece of wood is 2 inches wide. It's perfect for drawing the lines to cut the notch where the cross beam fits in. Cutting so deep into the post is getting a little easier for me, and easier to clean out where I stop. Practice makes perfect. Not too bad for a second cut. Not too bad at all. Now that the post is done, it goes up to finish this first truss. Once it's in position, I check for level. It needs a little adjustment to get level. Perfect. This beam here will make the floor for my second-story deck. Once everything is level, I run some screws into the bottom of the post to anchor the truss to the 2x4 on the subfloor. And also putting some screws through the connection point of the horizontal and vertical beams. Next thing that is needed are 2 supports to keep the truss from falling over and to keep everything square. Once they are secured, it's time to take the framework down and let the truss stand on its own. Well, it's still up there. For a little change of pace, I start working on the root cellar again. Here, I'm installing a couple 2x8s to fill the gap between the crawl space and floor joist. Later, I will put some foam board up in this space to protect from freezing. Next, I clear up and level the sand floor in the root cellar. And start building a platform for the ladder to sit on. This makes a great place to step down and have something solid under your feet. The ladder comes down the hole. Just a few screws and it's stable.
And well, There you have it. The staircase is in. Built a little platform down in the sand. Stairs are installed. Right up to the first floor. Whew. Looking pretty good.
Time to set up the framework exactly 4 feet down from the first A-frame truss. This truss will also be made out of green wood because it's outside in the weather like the first one. I check for level, and a few screws later they're solid. Back to cutting the posts. This A-frame cabin build is going to need 9 trusses spaced 4 feet apart from each other. I've started on the first floor. I'll get all 9 on the first floor put up, make a temporary second floor, move up there, and repeat the process. 9 trusses on the second story to finish everything. Lots of work with winter coming. I've always liked the look of A-frames, going back to when I was like 10 years old. A-frames have many advantages. They shed snow very easily, they take way less building materials to build, and with this design, it's easy to have a double-level deck covered by the roof. Some disadvantages would be that your roof line is cutting into the interior space of the house, taking away usable space. You have limited space to put doors and windows in, and it's hard to find a good place to put stairs to the second floor. For me, the advantages more than make up for the disadvantages. I really like the deck design. I like how the roof will take care of the snow, and the interior space being cut down only makes it easier to heat in the winter. And to me, they just look cool. Another thing I really like is that for me, building this A-frame cabin alone, the roof just seems easier to build. The way I'm doing it, I can lift each post into place, and when the roof gets high, the ladder will lay on the roof line with no need for me to climb up and get on the roof. For me, this just seems easier and safer. So basically, I'm repeating all the same steps for this second A-frame truss. Notch the posts out, put the posts up, level and screw it down, brace the truss, and remove the framework. I'll be doing this many times in the next few weeks. Wish me luck. This is the end of the video. Please stay safe out there, and remember, life can be good sometimes.